Hi everyone and welcome to Art Week 5. I'm Madeline and my friend Annika is joining us today. And she's really excited. She just wanted to get in on an art project and try it out too. So she's here working with us today.
Hey guys!
Annika, what is your favorite art project you've ever made?
When we were little, I used to make clay snowmen for my mom, and she would always display them in little winter scenes. So.
That's so cool. Well, today we're going to be making a sculpture, not with clay. We're actually going to be using tinfoil. So for this project, the materials you need are tinfoil, a pair of scissors, and a pencil. And we're gonna be using markers to draw things today, just so that you guys on the other side can see it a little bit better. So we're gonna get started with a little warm up. But first, this is just a little example of what we're gonna be making today. It's just a little stick figure sculpture made out of tinfoil. So we'll learn how to make these, and then we're also gonna learn about how the sculptures that we make can show different actions and different feelings. So you can make your sculpture running, you can make them jumping, happy, sad. So we'll learn a little bit about what that looks like and how to do it. So so we're gonna get started with a warm up. It's really simple. So just get your piece of paper. Here you go.
Thank you.
And get your pencil, or we're gonna use a marker, just so you can see what we're doing a little bit better. Okay, so the first step, so basically for this warm-up, we're just going to make a lot of stick figure drawings. And it's okay if you don't normally draw stick figures. We're all going to do a little review of how to do that, just in case you've never drawn one before or if you don't usually draw them. So we're going to do that. We're going to draw a bunch of them, and we're going to make little boxes on our paper to draw them in. So first, let's make the boxes. We're going to fold the paper. So get your paper, and we're going to start by folding it in half. So you can do it like this, the hamburger style, I guess. So fold it in half. Just remember to fold. You want to line up the corners of the paper and the edges, and push down on the middle. Oh, perfect. Okay, so there you go. You have a fold, and look, you made two boxes. 1, 2. Okay, so now we're gonna fold it back up, and we're just gonna fold it in half again, like this. So just bring the short sides of the paper together, and make sure the corners match up. And then just push down on the middle, and you can fold it. And you don't have to unfold yours. I'm just going to show you. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. So we're going to make a few more. So I'm going to fold my paper up again. So you have this nice little rectangle, and we're just going to fold it in half one more time. So again, make the short side match up with the other short side. And just fold it, yeah, just like that. Awesome. Okay, so just take a minute and get your paper all folded up. And when it's folded, to make this little rectangle, just go ahead and unfold it. And you've got boxes. Can you count them? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so you have 8 boxes. You can draw 8 stick figures and then maybe add some more in at the end. So we're gonna get started drawing. We'll do a quick little tutorial of how to draw a stick figure first. So I usually start my stick figures with the head. What shape would the head of a stick figure be, Annika?
A circle, probably.
Yes, you got it, a circle. So we're going to start, and I'm just going to start in box number 1 up here. So first I'm going to draw a little circle for the head. Awesome. So just so you can see, There's the circle. That's the head of the stick figure. All right, next comes like the body, kind of like the tummy and the neck area, and that's just a line. It doesn't have to be super long, so just draw a line. It comes right down from the middle of the circle, and I'll show you what that looks like. So you just want to draw a line like that. Kind of looks like a lollipop. Yeah. Okay, and then next you're going to draw 2 legs, and usually I just draw those as like diagonal lines. So this is a vertical line. It goes straight up and down, how I'm holding my marker, and then this is a diagonal line. So it kind of goes to the side, goes towards Annika. I won't poke her, don't worry.
Thank you.
So yeah, so from the bottom of that straight line you drew, draw 2 diagonal lines, kind of making an upside down V shape, like the letter V. So yeah, that looks awesome. So you just got those 2 legs right there. And for all you pros out there, I know for some of you, it's just a review. Hang with me. We're going to get to more things. Next, we're going to draw the arms. So I just draw basically another upside down V, but this time draw them closer up to the head so that they're touching that long line, like the lollipop line coming out of the circle. So I'm just going to do another upside down V so you can see. And that made the arms. So we have the head, the body, the arms, and the legs. And there's your stick person. You can add feet, hands, a smiley face, whatever you want. But really, for what we're doing right now, all you need is a little stick person just like that. So maybe take a minute and draw another stick person. They could be, so in this box, I think the stick person, they're just kind of standing there, right? Yeah, they're just kind of standing there. So you can just draw another standing one. Or maybe this time you can draw the arms doing something different. So in this one, I think I want to draw my stick figure with their arms up in the air like this. So think about how you might make your stick figure look like they're raising their arms in the air. And let's draw it. Take a few seconds and just draw your stick figure. All right. Annika, you want to show them the one you drew? I like it a lot. Awesome.
This one right here.
Yeah, so you can see instead of drawing like the upside down V for the arm, she drew a right side up V. So it's just 2 diagonal lines going up to make the arms going up in the air. So in number 2, instead of just standing there, the stick figure maybe looks a little excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Celebrating.
yeah, celebrating. Woohoo! It's an excited stick figure. So you can see by just changing a couple lines, you can make it look totally different, which is really awesome too. Okay, so the next square that we're gonna do, I am gonna challenge you to make your stick figure look like it's kicking something. Maybe doing like a karate kick, or kicking a soccer ball. I don't know. So draw your stick figure and make it look like it's kicking. Okay. Now take a couple of seconds. If you're not sure what that looks like, think about what you look like when you're kicking something. What are your legs doing? What are your arms doing? Okay, so I'm going to show you mine. So here's my little stick man. And one leg's down, just like the guy who's just standing there, but one leg's kind of pointing straight out to the side. So that is one way to make your stick figure look like it's kicking. Annika, what did you draw? You added an extra detail.
I did. I added a soccer ball that he was kicking.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, so Annika added a soccer ball. You could, yeah, and that's the next step. Just add in any of those details that kind of like create a scene around what your person's doing. So the soccer ball maybe makes the stick figure look like woohoo, scoring a goal, or like super energetic and like kicking the ball during the game. If there's like I'm gonna draw some zigzags around my person, kind of like a comic book, where there's like a superhero in a comic and they're going like pow, they're like punching forward. So maybe mine looks like kind of more intense and angry and it's like hi-ya. So like the little details that you add can totally change what's happening in the picture too. Okay, let's draw one more at the top. This time, let's see. We'll do somebody who's running. What does it look like when you run? What do your arms look like? What do your legs look like? And how could you make that as a stick figure? So let's check it out. Okay, are you all finished with yours, Annika?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So how did you make yours look like it's running?
I bent his arms so that it was like he was really going for it, and then I bent one of his legs and then had the other one just going straight out. He was taking a step.
Nice. Yeah, so when you run, you kind of have bent arms and legs. And when you draw that on your stick figure, it can make it look like he or she's running too. I did something kind of the same. I bent the arms, so I kind of made some zigzaggy lines for the arms, and I did the same thing for the legs. So it kind of looks like they're sprinting forward really, really fast. If you think about running outside and going really fast, your arms and your legs are really bending and moving. So yeah, it's cool. You can make your drawing look like that by just making a few lines. So that's really awesome. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4 more boxes. Let's take a couple minutes and draw 4 more stick figures. Maybe they're doing something. Maybe they feel a certain way. They're like really happy and excited, or maybe they're more sad. So take a couple minutes and draw some. We'll draw some here, and then we'll talk about what we made. Mm-hmm. And when you're drawing these, if you think you want to add in some extra details like something in the background. Like maybe there's some trees or an animal, or there's a soccer ball in your picture. Maybe your stick figure has on some kind of outfit. I don't know. What would make your picture even a little bit more descriptive? What would show what's going on even a little bit more? So if you have some extra time right now, go ahead and do that. I'm going to add a couple finishing touches. All right, I think I'm ready to share. What about you, Annika? Are you ready?
I'm all ready.
Okay. Okay. So I'll share my first couple with you guys, and then we'll see what Annika's looks like, and yeah, we'll keep going. Okay, so here's my bottom row, my last four. So the first one I drew, I kind of wanted to see what it would look like if I made one look a little bit sad. So I drew the arms a little bit closer together, like kind of when your shoulders are down, you're kind of slumped over, you're like, oh man, just something sad's happening. So that's what I did in this one. It was just a little change from the standing man up here with the arms that are kind of sticking out more to the arms that are going in. So I think that makes it look a little more sad, or maybe just feeling a little quiet, not really like jumping around or excited or anything. That's okay. Okay, so the next one, I made my stick figure jump. And so I made sure that the knees on my stick figure were bending, so his legs are really, really bent. They kind of like almost make a square corner. Like if you think about a square, they just really bend right there. And then I also made the arms bent, because I feel like when you're jumping, sometimes you throw your hands up in the air because you're so excited, and you kind of bend your arms and wave your hands. So that's what I was going for there. And then I thought it might be cool to make one upside down. So this guy is doing a headstand or a handstand. So I drew kind of the same thing as a regular stick figure, but I just flipped it upside down, and I made the arms touching the ground here. So an extra detail I added was the ground. Oh, and I forgot my jumping man. I added some little squiggly lines to be like springs to show that he's really bouncing around. And then the last one I did was somebody pointing and looking like, aha, I see it. And I kind of drew like a little bird in the sky. So this stick figure, she's looking up at the sky and she sees the bird and she's like, whoa, check it out. So those are some other things. Maybe some of you did the same thing. I don't know. Annika, what did you make?
All right, so my first one in the bottom row is a boogie dancer. You can see I put a disco ball up in the top, so he's doing that like boogie move. And then the second one I did was similar to Madeline's first one of making somebody look kind of sad. So I made the arms curved instead, kind of did like the shrugging your shoulders, kind of a little more sad. And then my third one was somebody jumping and doing a heel click in the air. And then my last one was a ballet dancer. So I put a little tutu on her, and she has her arms curved, and then she has her little, it's called a passe, but she has her knee bent up against the other one. So.
That's so cool. So creative. I'm sure all of you guys made some really creative ones too. So I hope that you get to share and talk a little bit about those after this video. So yeah, you can see with all these little stick people we made that it's pretty easy to show a lot going on in a picture without making it like super detailed or drawing a lot of lines. We drew a circle and a few lines and we made a person. And then you just change the lines a little bit and the person's doing something else. So that's a really cool thing about drawing. Like you can change something really small and it can make a totally new picture. And it can show a different emotion. It can show a different action. So that's pretty cool, I think. So yeah, so like I was saying, the little sculptures we're going to be making today look a lot like stick figures. And they also look a lot like some sculptures that a famous artist, his name is Giacometti. I know.
Wow.
What a name.
What a name.
Really. So this artist's name is Giacometti, and he makes sculptures that look kind of like this, but they're made out of metal, not tinfoil. But yeah, he makes sculptures that look a little like that, and his sculptures, just like our stick figure drawings, they kind of can show some emotions, like some feelings, or they kind of are doing different things. So after this video's over, I want you guys to take a look at a slideshow. It's in the description of the video. There's a link, and click on it, and you'll learn a little bit more about Giacometti and some of the things that he does. And when you look at that slideshow, think about like, so what are the sculptures that he makes? What are they doing? Do you think that they look like they feel a certain way? Do they feel kind of sad? Do you think that they're talking? Are they pointing at something? Are they yelling? Are they being really quiet? So kind of when you're looking through, kind of think about those things, and think about like what he did to make them seem like they're doing that. So is somebody's arm in a different position? They're pointing, or is it bent and they're kind of confused? Are they jumping or waving their hands at all? So take a look at those sculptures and see what you think. You might get some ideas for your sculpture that you're going to make next. Yeah, so take a minute, talk about your stick figures, look at this slideshow, and then play the next video.